Hello, Jessica. Shopping for an antique today?
I'm afraid not, Chris.
I heard that the library bought the house next door. Any idea when it will be demolished?
I don't know yet. Speaking of the house, I was just over there on Vern's behalf and found a list you made.
That old inventory list? Where did you find it?
In Susan's living room. Do you remember when you made it?
Shortly before Susan disappeared. With her approval, naturally. She wanted an inventory done before she sold the property to William Forrest. Before the deal fell apart, that is.
Of course. Did you get along with Susan?
To be perfectly honest, no. Susan's house was an eyesore, even before it stood empty. And that hurt my business.
How so?
Well, in nice surroundings, old things look like antiques. In not-so-nice surroundings, old things look like junk. Plus, she kept promising that she'd sell me her furniture, and then changing her mind.
I heard that Susan claimed to have had some kind of treasure hidden in the house. Did you know about that?
No. I was more interested in the treasure Susan had in plain sight, the furnishings. I was hopeful that if William decided not to buy the house, she might sell it to me. That's why William shared the findings from his inspection with me.
I see. One last question, Chris. Do you smoke?
I used to, but I quit about a year ago.
Mind if I ask what brand?
Westminster's?
Chris, these tiles I found in your store, they look like they came from the fireplace in Susan's house.
They did. Before she disappeared, Susan sold me a few tiles. She said she was getting ready to tear down the old fireplace to put a new one in.
You've had them all this time? Why didn't you put them up for sale?
I was hopeful that someday I'd get the rest. Then I could sell them all as a complete set, for a lot more money. Pardon me, I have a customer waiting.
I probably should talk with the other person who had a strong interest in Susan's home, William Forrest. William, is this a bad time?
Not at all, Jessica.
I stopped by Coveside Antiques earlier and found the home inspection report you had done on Susan Gander's property.
If you're thinking of using that to go by once the library owns the property, I wouldn't. 2 years' time has left it in even worse shape than when I had that done.
I noticed that the report was written shortly before Susan disappeared.
Yes, I was negotiating with her to purchase the property for development. It's a prime in-town lot.
I saw that one of the things you noted was that the fireplace was in disrepair. Now, how could this be when it's bricked up?
I can only assume that Susan bricked it up after she saw the report to address my concerns.
So why did the deal fall through?
I have no idea. The morning we were supposed to sign the papers, Susan changed her mind and backed out without any explanation.
I see. I don't suppose you smoke at all, do you?
I like to indulge in a nice cigar when celebrating a successful deal. Say, Jessica, can I show you some of the new model homes I'm building here in Cabot Cove?
Most certainly. Well, William certainly seems to be on the up and up. Perhaps Vern knows more about why Susan canceled the sale of her property to William.
Jessica, any news?
No, not yet, Vern. But I do have a couple of questions. Did your sister smoke?
Like a chimney. She was always smoking those Westminsters. I could never stand the smell of cigarette smoke myself. That was one excuse I had for staying away.
There were 2 brands of cigarette butts that I found in her house. Now, assuming that the Westminsters were Susan's, I wonder who the second brand belonged to.
I haven't the foggiest idea.
I was also wondering about the deal to sell her property to William Forrest. Do you remember when exactly she changed her mind?
Just a few days before she disappeared. I remember she sent me a letter about it. I'm sure I have it around here somewhere.
Vern, I found this picture of your sister.
Oh, I forgot. It came with the letter Susan sent me.
She's standing in front of her bookcases in her living room. Who do you suppose took it?
Well, since she rarely let other people take a picture, I bet she took it herself. Photography was one of her hobbies.
If that's the case, Susan might be trying to tell us something. I should have another look around her house. Based on that photo, it looks like Susan was standing here in the living room over by those bookshelves. I'll have all this film delivered to Vern's hardware. I hope that Vern will be able to recognize something in the photos.